Welcome back to Madrid Pulse, your ultimate home for everything Real Madrid. Here, we don't just report the news. We live it with the same passion as every Madridista around the globe. Today, we're diving into an update that has stirred frustration and concern among the fans. Eduardo Camavinga has suffered yet another injury setback. From his vital role in Xabi Alonso's plans to the growing worries about his fitness record, we break down what this means for the start of the season and for Madrid's midfield future. Once again, the Real Madrid fan base has been hit with a frustrating update regarding one of their brightest and most energetic midfielders, Eduardo Camavinga. The Frenchman has suffered another injury setback, this time a right ankle sprain picked up during training, forcing him out of the club's opening La Liga fixture against Osasuna on August 19, 2025. The news is a bitter pill to swallow, especially considering the pattern of injuries that has plagued the 22-year-old in recent seasons. While initial assessments suggest he could be back in around 10 days, the truth is that every absence from the squad disrupts both his rhythm and the team's plans at the start of what promises to be another demanding campaign. For Madridistas, Camavinga represents more than just another talented midfielder. His dynamism, versatility, and relentless energy have made him a vital part of the squad, capable of filling multiple roles, whether as a central midfielder, defensive shield, or even as an emergency left-back. His ability to recover the ball, drive forward with purpose, and inject pace into Madrid's transitions makes him a rare asset. But those qualities have been overshadowed recently by the growing list of physical problems he has had to endure. Last season alone, Camavinga missed more than half of Madrid's matches due to injuries, including a serious left adductor tendon rupture in April that kept him sidelined for a crucial part of the campaign. The frustration doesn't come solely from the injuries themselves, but from their timing. This latest blow comes just as Real Madrid were preparing to launch their La Liga title defense under Xabi Alonso, who has big plans for the young midfielder. The new generation of Madrid's midfield, featuring the likes of Camavinga, Aurelien Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham, was expected to take full control. Camavinga's presence in that mix is vital, not just for his technical skill but for his tactical adaptability, which allows Alonso to change formations and strategies seamlessly during games. For the player himself, this recurring pattern of injuries is a mental challenge as much as a physical one. At just 22 years old, Camavinga has already experienced the highs of winning Champions League titles and La Liga trophies, but also the lows of watching from the sidelines when his team needed him most. His competitive nature and tireless work ethic have always been key to his development, and there's little doubt he will be working around the clock with Madrid's medical staff to ensure a swift return. But repeated injuries can eat away at a player's confidence and rhythm, and the challenge now is to break that cycle before it defines his career trajectory. Real Madrid fans will remember how, during his first season at the club, Camavinga was almost ever present and quickly established himself as one of the most promising young midfielders in Europe. He brought a spark to games, whether starting or coming off the bench, and seemed almost indestructible. But the physical demands of playing for Real Madrid, with its relentless schedule across domestic and European competitions, can take a toll, particularly on younger players still adapting to the highest level. The combination of national team duties with France and constant competitive matches means recovery windows are often shorter than ideal. While his latest setback may not keep him out for long, it comes at a time when building early season momentum is critical. The opening games of a campaign set the tone for the months ahead, and being absent now means Camavinga will have to catch up in fitness, sharpness, and tactical integration when he returns. It also puts more pressure on other midfielders to step up, which could shift the balance of Alonso's early tactical experiments. Despite the injury frustrations, there is still a strong sense of belief around Camavinga at Valdebebas. Coaches, teammates, and fans know that when fit, he is among the most impactful players in the squad. The challenge now lies in ensuring that his immense potential isn't hindered by constant trips to the treatment room. Real Madrid's medical and performance teams will no doubt be looking closely at his training loads, recovery protocols, and even his style of play to see if adjustments can be made to reduce the risk of further injuries. For now, Madridistas will have to wait patiently for his return, hoping this is just a minor blip in what could be a season of redemption for the young Frenchman. Camavinga himself will be desperate to get back on the pitch, prove his resilience, and remind everyone why he is seen as a cornerstone of Real Madrid's future. His journey has always been about overcoming challenges, and this latest setback is just another hurdle in a career that still promises so much. If he can stay fit and consistent, there's no doubt he will once again light up the Bernabeu with the energy, passion, and quality that made him a fan favorite. As key players Eder Militão, David Alaba, and Dani Carvajal make their return from injury just in time to bolster Xabi Alonso's squad ahead of the 2025-26 season. Real Madrid's defensive trio is back. Eder Militão, David Alaba, and Dani Carvajal have all fully recovered from injury and are ready to go for the upcoming season. After months of recovery and hard work behind the scenes, they've returned to full training and are looking stronger than ever. What does this mean for Xabi Alonso's plan? David Alaba, Dani Carvajal, and Eder Militão have all returned from injury and are now fully fit and ready to play pivotal roles for Real Madrid in the upcoming season. After months of intense rehabilitation, physical therapy, and mental fortitude, the trio are back on the training pitch with high intensity, determined to contribute to what promises to be another demanding campaign for Los Blancos. Eder Militão's return has been one of the most anticipated comebacks at the club. The Brazilian center-back suffered a devastating ACL injury at the start of last season, which sidelined him for nearly the entire campaign. It was a massive blow to the defense, especially considering how vital he had become under Carlo Ancelotti. Now, with Xabi Alonso taking charge and preparing a new tactical vision for the team, Militão's recovery comes at a perfect time. His powerful physical presence, speed, and one-on-one defending will be crucial as Real Madrid look to maintain their defensive solidity across multiple competitions. In recent preseason training matches, he has shown sharpness and confidence, with no signs of hesitancy, a clear signal that he has put the injury behind him. David Alaba, meanwhile, has also completed his rehabilitation following a long-term ACL injury sustained midway through the previous season. The Austrian defender, known for his versatility and leadership, was sorely missed, particularly during the crunch period of last year's Champions League and La Liga runs. Alaba brings not only defensive reliability but also composure on the ball, vision from the back, and the ability to initiate attacking transitions. Now fully recovered, he is once again participating in full contact training and match simulations with no restrictions. His return not only strengthens the options at center-back, but also offers Xabi Alonso flexibility to rotate and adapt formations based on the opponent. Dani Carvajal's situation is a little different. His injuries over recent seasons have been more recurring, often involving muscle strains or short-term setbacks. However, he seems to have turned a corner with his fitness regime. After missing the tail end of last season due to a hamstring issue, the Spanish international has completed a full preseason without any interruptions. The medical staff has closely monitored his workload, and their cautious approach appears to have paid off. Carvajal has looked sharp in training sessions, overlapping with attacking wingers, delivering pinpoint crosses, and tracking back with the same intensity he showed in his prime years. With these three defenders now fully fit and integrated into the squad's preparations, Real Madrid can finally field their strongest backline once again. Militão, Alaba, and Carvajal bring a combined wealth of experience, leadership, and technical skill, making them indispensable figures in Alonso's plans. Their recovery is not only a boost for the squad depth, but also increases tactical flexibility. Alaba can slot in at left-back or even in midfield if needed. Carvajal remains the most experienced option at right-back, and Militão is likely to reclaim his place at the heart of defense as a starter. Moreover, their return eases the burden on younger or less experienced defenders who were thrust into key roles last season. While they performed admirably, having a full-strength defensive core restores balance and ensures more rotation options across domestic and European fixtures. The timing couldn't be better. With the new season approaching fast, Real Madrid are entering a period of high expectations. From La Liga to to the Champions League and the Spanish Super Cup, the club is expected to compete on all fronts. Having Carvajal, Alaba, and Milito available means Alonso can focus on implementing his tactical identity with more confidence in his defensive setup.